This is your boy Christian. I'm over here at Liberty Creek. It's a new development in, I think it's Smithfield. It says right there, starting at $300,000 and up. Brand new development. It's been a while. We're going to talk about houses. Housing has gone crazy the last few years. These houses look good. A lot of them look the same as the other ones. And I'm going to take you about 6 miles down where the same houses, at least they look similar, are at $400,000 and up. Now, I don't know about you, but $300,000 and $400,000 is a big difference. So let's look at some of these houses. I know the sun is coming through. I'm trying to get it that you can see a better angle on some of these houses. But all of them are starting at $300,000. I am not going to turn off my phone. I'm going to let you see this whole thing at $300,000, which some of the houses are very nice. Some of them are sold already. Some people have already moved in. It's like that one has moved in. Several of them have moved in. But this is still a growing development. It's probably about 4 or 5 miles from my house. That one is sold. So that one is sold. People are moving in over here. That one is sold. Oh, this is a cul-de-sac. It goes around. I thought it went out. So they got them in different areas. This is a cul-de-sac. So all of these are sold. It's like already. So I should have started on one side and then went to the other side. This one is sold. I'm switching on this side because this side is not as much that I showed. There's some in another area over there, which they look similar. Some of them are bigger though over there. And that's where they started. And they branched off over here, and then they look like they're going all the way over there. Excuse my filming. I'm trying to drive at the same time, which I should have had it mounted so you can see better and put on a swivel. But over there, these look like they're already are sold also, at least most of them. But they started over here. This is called Liberty Creek. It starts at $300,000. Now I'm gonna go a short drive down the road where they're now at $400,000, which is crazy to me. And it's not far. I'm gonna reset my mileage. 300,000 at Liberty Creek. And they're developing all the way down, looks like. All of it used to be farmland. But what I want you guys to understand, money is valuable. It's not everything. There goes an extension of Liberty Creek right there. Looks like they're going to build all on here. Across the street, they're starting to set up things, fences. I don't know if they're going to develop here, or if they're just going to keep it as his house. Looks like that's just a single house. There's another one. Looks like here. Look at the sign right here. Ranch coming soon. Turkey Ridge. Now remember, we haven't even went 1 mile yet. We're going down the road. And this is a way for me to go to work. And that's how I saw all of this stuff. Now these houses already been here. So these houses have been here for a while. But I want to show you the short drive from $300,000 to $400,000. Now that is considered Smithfield. But Smithfield is a growing area. Smithfield, North Carolina is a growing area. Here's another area that they're developing. Now I'm at 1 mile even. And they don't have a sign out, not these houses. Some nice scenery. This is the farmhouse. He owns a whole lot here. All the way down. But you'll see shortly they're developing another one. But I'm going to show you about 6 miles. They got a sign up for sure. There's a wooded area. But what I want to say while we're going through the wooded area, that housing is very expensive now. Especially with the interest rate being high. I got my interest rate at 2.25 when it was at the lowest. Now it is at 5 to all the way up to 8% for some of the houses with good credit, which is terrible. Because that's the difference. I'm paying $13 for a 300. That's relatively new, and so is this. This was up about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even up to 5 years ago. I think they're full here over this side. And we are driving, and we're at 1 point, almost 2 miles right now. 2 miles away from the $300,000 development. Like I said, that housing area over there was already done. But for the house at, say, $260,000, close to $300,000, you're talking $1,300 to $1,400 a month with good credit at 2.25. Now that at 6%, you're probably looking at $1,800 for the same amount. Like I said, I'm driving. We have drove exactly 2.5 miles, and we're not there yet, but we're getting there. That's a pretty house. That's been up there for a while. That's been there for a while. You got a lot of land. It's got it built up so high. Must have a garage underneath, or maybe like a basement down below. Like I said, I look at housing everywhere I go. I have a beautiful home, and I'm good where I'm at, because I have enough land that I built my garage, added on in the back, and it's not added on, it's added on the property. But just like he did, he had a separate garage. He's got much more land. That's beautiful. This area here has been here probably about since 2017. Some of the older amount over this side, early 2000s, and maybe even late 1990s. Some of these areas. When I'm driving, I'm at 3 miles, but I want to show you the difference, which is crazy because we only went to Smithfield to Clayton, which is right now we're in the Clayton area, and it's only 3 miles from the other area. But we're going to go about 5 miles, and it goes from 300,000 to 400,000, and the houses look the same. I want you to understand what I'm saying. I'm driving. I got a student driver ahead of me. That's why we're driving so slow. But we went through the storm already, and they've got some beautiful homes down here. You got to go back in like a dirt road, but there's some beautiful homes over here. Back here, they were selling a bunch of them. These are early 2000s over here. Some of these are beautiful. Some of these are older. He's made an addition on this one, and he's done some improvement. He added that garage. I drive through here 5 days a week, and I watch the development of all these houses. But what I'm saying, I want you to understand, housing is extremely expensive. So like I said, you're talking from $1,300 to $1,400 a month to these houses over here that are well over $2,000, and they look as the same as the other ones that are 300,000. These will be 400,000. We're not there yet. I'm just driving. I'll let you see. It's been 9 minutes because I drove around and I talked about some things. Stopped at a couple stops, but it's really not far away. I'm gonna let you see the odometer when I get there. We're almost there. As soon as we make it through this light, like I said, I got a student driver, one car ahead of me, and they're turning, so we should speed up. Right there with the student driver. They're learning how to drive, which is good. They're obeying all the speed limits and probably going a lot less, so they don't go above the speed limit. We got a little airport over here. We've had this one. They've added on this airport in Smithfield, Johnson, JNX Airport. They've added on. It's nothing but airport. Not a big one at all. And this is considered, I do believe this is still considered Smithfield or Clayton, because right at the stop sign is considered Clayton. I think this might be considered Smithfield. I know if I go to the right, it would be definitely Smithfield, but this might be considered Clayton, because they've added something. So I delivered to this gas station up here. It's called Jimmy's. I deliver this gas station. It is considered Clayton. So hopefully everybody has had a safe weekend. We've had a lot of rain, but mostly in our northern parts of North Carolina. I know Asheville and some lower lying areas, such as near the beach, has had it pretty tough. I got the window down so you can see better, so I keep the glare off of it. But housing is very expensive. You can see here, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Oh shoot, he blocked it. No, he didn't. The gas is about, looks like $2.88, which is good. Yes, $2.88 to where I delivered to. I'm gonna back it up. The light should be turning relatively shortly. Like I said, we're at the near the Johnson Regional Airport, and we're only at, oh, let me go down, 5 miles from where I started, and now we are less than a mile away. There goes the little plane that's coming in onto the airport. They have the smaller planes. They're much smaller planes. Okay, we're about 1.5 miles maybe away. We're at 5 miles, so I'll say about 6.5, maybe 7 miles. We're getting very close. A lot of construction has been going on here because of, we have a lot of farmland, and a lot of people are moving into North Carolina. Literally thousands and thousands of people are moving into North Carolina. Some because of the weather, and some, of course. See, look at that. Crescent Mills, $400,000. And they're just showing a sign. The actual cul-de-sacs for the neighborhoods are right up here. I'm going to go up here, and we're going to take one other curve through this curve, and I'm going to show you all the different brand new facilities here. So we're at 6 miles right now from the other one. And it's not all true miles, but yes it is, because I reset it right at the beginning entrance. It's 6 true miles right now from the other one. Now, this is a little bit closer to a major airport. A major road. Here it is, Crescent Mills. This is starting at $400,000. I'm gonna drive up there. There's some that are already sold. They've got a whole area development. Some of them are nice, but they're a lot closer together also. At least that area is. Over here, same area, Crescent Mills. Some of these are a little bit further apart. But they all start at $400,000 and up. But some of these houses, you'll see, Crescent Mills, are the same size as the other ones. Looks like some people are walking around looking at some of the new houses or some new developments that are out and about. As Parade of Homes are showing. Some of the new houses, all of these are starting at 400,000 and up. Now, we've only drove 7 miles, exactly 7 miles. And it went from 300,000 to 400,000, which to me makes no sense. Some of these are the exact same size and even less. Some are more. It stops right here. Let me go. I'm going to go take this right. See if we can go around the back end. The back end is, these are closer together. That means you have a lot less land. And they're saying sold, sold, sold. It looks like here. Some already sold. The water washed out this area. Look how close they are together. I don't know about you, but do you want $400,000? Close to $500,000, because I guarantee they're not at 400. It might be at 430, 450, 460. These houses are really close to each other, which to me is crazy. Some of them are very close to each other. I'm assuming maybe you have to buy a double lot. So you would have to pay for the lot plus so it looks like they are looking also at a house, and that is very small for $400,000. Very small. Now I'm gonna go down here where it looks like a lot of these are done. And to me, if they're 400,000, they're right at the bottom end of 400,000, not at the top end of 400,000. I know I got a haze on my thing. All these look like a lot of these are sold already. Sold, 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 sold. Wow, the glare. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can wipe some of the glare off. Nope, the sun is beaming down. These are all sold. Look how close they are to each other. To me, that is not a $400,000 house, but these are all sold. These are all sold, which is crazy to me. Well, most of them are sold. These two, they don't have it sold on these. Looks like they're still working on them too. Listen up. This your boy Christian for Christ, Corvettes and Cars. I want you to like this and understand, living now is getting expensive. You got to be careful with your money. It makes no sense. I drive exactly 7 miles, and we went from 300,000 to 400,000. And some of these houses, looking at the end, really small house. Let me zoom in on it. I'm sorry, I'm away. I'm gonna zoom in on this one. That's a small house. All these are starting at 400,000. That is crazy to me. And they're building right on. Now I understand some of the houses up north are a lot more expensive, but I tell you what, some of these are a lot less expensive. It doesn't make any sense. I thought I could get out this way. They got the gate closed. Oh wow, I can get out that way. Yes, I can. I can cheat it. I got the Jeep today. My old Jeep. Another building construction. This is an office. At least they got rocks here so I don't get mine messed up. But this is your boy Christian. I want you to make a comment, like, share. Housing is serious. These are Starlight. These are $400,000. And I want you to understand, you got to be careful with your money. I drove 7 miles, went from 300 to 400,000. This is no special area. You can go down about a mile and get on 70 bypass, but 7 miles where I was from, which is Smithfield, you could take that road and take to a left and get on 40, at least 2 or 3 miles, or get on Cleveland Road and run down to 4042, which is, you could get right on the 40. So all of these are not far from highways. There's no sense in you spending $100,000 more for the same thing. So be smart with your money. Remember, like I said, this is Christ Corvettes and Cars. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to film at least once a week. Peace. I'm just going to show you, oh, this area here. This was probably about 10 years ago, which I know the housing was a lot cheaper. This was probably $100,000 or $150,000 to $200,000 area back then. Now, of course, everything has went up. But be smart with your money. Peace. Deuces, I'm out.